Hey guys, welcome to the first. I did it again. You guys won't even hear the other one. Well,
Oh
the
my
other
gosh.
four. Welcome to the
Look,
second episode of the Quadridiots podcast.
welcome to the second episode of the Quadridiots podcast.
Yep. Today's episode is about family, because family is always a good topic.
Because you did not see the title or the subtitle.
You did not, yeah. Seems today though
That's why we have to explain.
we have to
Because
tell you in every episode in case you're like,
so who's really the pack of Quadridiots?
yeah, is it me or you? Is it me or you, viewer? Yeah, I know your name, Thompson. Jeffrey
Yeah, we know
Thompson.
your name.
If there's Jeffrey Thompson watching this, I am so sorry. No, I'm not. You deserve that. Minus ratio. You sound like a president. Anyways, yeah, family. I have no idea what Devsma meant by this when he had the idea. So, Devsma, pop off. Go ahead, start us off.
So what I really meant by family is more about, you know, who our family is, what they do, our experiences with them, and the lessons that we can learn, you know?
All right.
Yeah?
Lesson one to learn: belts. Horrifying.
Hold up. My hold up. Not hold up, but but speaking of family, my sister got me a present.
What did she get you?
Wait, so they're filming my camera, right?
Yeah, I can see your camera. Am I screwing? What am I screwing with? Is that a bunny? A bun bun?
Yeah, she
Bun
gave me a
bun.
bunny.
That is a bun bun.
I've actually used this bunny separate times in videos.
That sounds. Oh, I was about to say that sounds really bad.
I used this bunny. Yeah, that does sound pretty bad, actually.
Several times.
I used
That's what
this
you
bunny
said.
several times. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, family.
And that's the thing about family. You know, they're really giving, unless they're not, and
Uh,
that you have a horrible family.
Most of the time they're really giving when it comes to belts to discipline. You get in trouble at
Yeah,
school,
this
belt
I
shows
don't
up
want
out
to
of
really
nowhere.
go. I don't really want to go. Uh, actually, never mind, never
If
mind.
we're gonna
Because I was
talk
about.
about family, we gotta talk about every aspect. We can't
Yeah.
just talk about
So
like the
first,
good parts.
let's talk about our parents,
Hmm.
and let's start off with the belts. Now,
Yeah.
usually when it comes to belts,
You're just putting them on your
it's only
pants.
it's only until necessary. All right.
It's
Because
only
like
no for me. If I get in trouble, I have like like one or two chances to like not do it again. And if I break both of those chances, belt.
yeah, my parents somewhat have that sort of rule where like if you where it's kind of like it it really depends on the amount of times that you do something that they really get mad at you. So like if I repeatedly do something that I'm not supposed to do, then of course my parents are going to get mad at me.
And then
That's
it's
just
gonna become belt to butt.
belt to butt, belt to butt.
Oh wait, well,
And there's also
wait, Defna. Let me scare every viewer that uses Windows real quickly.
all right.
Here we go.
Wait, I use Windows.
So what I did is I plugged in my USB in and out, and it made the Windows doot 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 noise. So yeah,
Eh,
explaining
I,
that
I
kind of removes the. It was like Peter here to explain the joke.
honestly that would have been a tier joke if we actually heard that.
Yeah, it would have been, but it
It really
wasn't.
would have been.
But still, what are your opinions on this whole episode thing? Pretty limiting.
Yeah, it is, but there's a lot we can do with this.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna ask a question.
go ahead.
Uh, who who gives out the most whoopings in your family?
My dad, no doubt.
Okay,
It's either
yep,
my dad or
yeah, it's
my
my dad.
grandma.
Because dad's the man of the house. You can't really argue with that.
Next
But at the
question.
same at the same time, He gets you. He gets you right. You know.
He gets you
He keep.
really right. It hurts.
Yeah, and he keeps you in line. Tries to get you into sports until you eventually don't want to do that and become a YouTuber.
And then make a podcast called the Quad. This sounds familiar.
Yeah, this really does sound very familiar. Uh, fun fact: I was actually in football for a couple years.
I was in soccer
Uh,
for a couple years.
and then I just kind of like dipped because I didn't really want to play anymore.
I dipped because I got bored of it. And also, I hurt my leg once, and I was like, do I really want to break my leg playing kickball game simulator?
See, we all see. Notice how these conversations are always leading into new episode ideas. Because now I'm thinking we can do sports later on.
I don't know. Season 2, season 2, episode 3, sports? Who knows?
Yeah, it's only by season 3 that it actually starts to get good. You know, then the plot really
It's like
thickens.
Friends, except Friends never got good. Can't wait to get canceled for saying that. This is gonna come back to bite me.
Then people will not be your friend. That
Friends.
sounded way better in my head.
Alright, yeah, what else? Also, I'm moving around the logo. It's going all spasmic. Spasmic is a word, I'm pretty sure it
So
is.
I don't know about you, but in my family, my mom's side is a lot more rowdy and a lot more, out there than my dad's side of the
I
family.
feel like that's a given. Like my
Yeah,
mom's
like
side, like
one side's gonna be part street, the other side is gonna be part just
crackhead.
suburban lifestyle.
Right, so the good part that's like not confusing and horrifying is my dad's part, and the other part that is just every day is something new and it's hilarious 99% of the time. You go straight to my mom for that one.
That's what I'm saying. Everything, because on my dad's side, not gonna lie, it's pretty boring. I mean, like I love
It's boring and lackluster, yet it's safe.
it. Yeah, it's nice, but mom's side, it's like I know everybody on my mom's side.
I know
Honestly,
everybody knows me, and yet I still don't know anybody. How does that work?
it's very it's crazy to think about it too. Also, think about this. Think about this. You have two parents, right?
Yes.
You have four grandparents.
Yes.
You have eight great grandparents, and that
16
can
great
keep
great
going.
great grandparents. We know
Yeah,
great
and that
great
can
grandparents, then 32 great 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 grandparents, and 64 great 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 great
yeah,
grandparents.
and
Then,
that can keep going.
yeah.
So either we're all related or there's some inbreeding.
Wouldn't those be the same exact thing? We're all relating. We're all related or inbreeding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? We could have just started existing. You never know. You don't know. You don't develop
Like you
memory
think
until you're like 3.
you
Usually that's when you're like sitting in a chair watching TV show that I'm not going to sponsor and eating
like you think
yogurt brand that I'm not going to sponsor.
like you think God just kind of like spawned us in here.
Probably. You want to know something weird?
Why?
Name a brand of spoon. Like a
That is
silverware.
strange.
Yeah, you don't know any silverware brands.
It's just spoon.
Spoon,
And that's
fork,
the
knife.
and that's what happens when you're born. You're just kind of brought into this world not knowing who
You didn't
everybody is.
ask. You're
You
just
see some
there.
doctor in a mask.
You get
Heck, you don't
evicted
even know
from
what
your first house by some wild man dual wielding knives. Like, that's horrifying.
what family was that? Is that you?
It was a joke off Reddit. I will explain the joke only if you want me to.
No.
All right.
Well, not yet, not yet.
It
Maybe we can
was
say that for the last. You know what? Just go ahead. Explain the joke. Explain the
all
joke.
right. So the joke is you get evicted from your first place, which is the womb, by some
Uh,
crazy man who is the doctor, dual
uh,
wielding
oh,
knives, which is either dual wielding or holding one, which is either like a pair of scissors or a scalpel.
oh yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
10 minutes has already passed. Like, I felt like it was
Yeah,
like never ending on the first episode. This episode feels like it's going by too quickly.
yeah, I really like. And the thing is, I'm liking this subject so far.
Yeah. Uh,
And I actually do have a baby picture. And fun fact, I used to look a lot lighter skin actually. Like I used to look very light skinned for some reason.
I'm mixed race, so I'm like I don't know how to explain it. I don't feel like explaining it.
My
That was
mom,
just random.
either my mom thought, I mean, either my dad thought that something was going on with my mom when I was first born. Because like everybody just started calling me Puerto Rican for some reason.
What?
Pretty weird. So my mom said I look like a Puerto Rican.
Wow.
I'm not even from Puerto Rico. My ancestors from like
You know what
Cuba or something.
sucks? I got rid of like most of my like really big family stories in the first episode. Like the whole me running away thing. Me, like I had two instances of that. One of them where I was a 3-year-old that didn't even know what he was doing. And the other one where I was completely conscious and knew exactly what I was doing and was confirmed that I wanted to do it.
You got siblings?
I have so many siblings. You mean the war starters? Yeah.
every it's every day with them two. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Every day is a new day, and you could get stabbed. You could have them
I don't want to go
cry. You can lightly tap them and have them say that you committed a war crime. You don't know.
mass genocide on Turkey.
Why specific? That was oddly specific.
I need help.
Turkey. What did Turkey do to you? What did the Turkish do to you?
I
Did he
honestly
chase
don't
you
know.
with a
I just kind
stake
of
or
said Turkey.
did he
I kind of
chase you?
said Turkey because like it's almost November and like Thanksgiving's coming around.
You made a Thanksgiving pun.
I, it wasn't really supposed to be a Thanksgiving pun.
It technically was. Anyways, we're getting off topic. You have one
Oh
topic?
yeah, oh yeah. My brother and sister
Yeah,
love them, but it's like a battlefield every day.
I would have to agree with that. Yeah.
Every day, either in the living room, the hallway, the freaking kitchen. Sorry, it sounded like I had a list.
The
Speech
freaking
impediment.
kitten.
Sorry, it sounded like I had a speech impediment. I had a
Speech
Cheeto in my
impediment.
mouth.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, but yeah, they're pretty. I love them. I love them
I love
because
them. They.
at the end of the day, they fit. I really hope when they grow up, they're not like always starting an argument or something.
I have
That'd be
some family that I just consider as lost cause. Like they did some really bad things, and I just say, nope, you've lost your chances of return. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Go straight to jail.
eh, I mean, like all of us have, not all of us, but there's some parts of your family that you probably don't know about that have committed crime.
Fun fact: my dad almost got arrested because he came to my 2-year-old. He came to my birthday party when I was 2 years old.
Oh,
That's all he did. He came
speaking
to
of
my birthday party.
speaking of birthday parties, let's talk about our uh family birthday parties
Oh
or
yeah,
like get-togethers.
I never really
Yeah,
had family reunions, and when I do go to them, I realize I have a really big family.
I mean, everybody realizes that there's always that one person that you don't know, yet somehow they're related to you.
There was that one person that you don't know, but they know you. It's one
I,
of my favorite memories. So like every Thanksgiving we used to go to like our grandma's aunt's house for Thanksgiving to celebrate. She made really good collard greens, by the way. I used to hate them. I used to say they were devil seaweed. I thought they were awful. I thought they were disgusting. I thought they had worms in them. And then I tried it for the first time, and that just completely changed my opinions on collard greens. I was like,
collard,
this is some pretty
to
good
me,
seaweed.
collard greens are pretty average to me. I don't know. I just think so. I mean, a lot of the times, collard greens taste a little too salty.
Yeah, it's if you don't make them right. Well, anyways, so the memory I have is they had like one of the people who were there, one of my relatives, had a 3DS with both Terraria. They had two 3DSs. They had Terraria and like the Mario Kart for the 3DS, and that
Yeah.
was just legendary. I got to play Mario Kart with like another random person. We had like a tournament, and I won. And then I was playing Terraria with the Thanksgiving update, and I fought Turkor and lost. I didn't know about his head mechanic.
I might need to ask my mom to get Terraria for me.
I mean, who knows? It could be a new gameplay opportunity, new thing to stream on.
Yeah, yeah, that seemed like a good thing to stream or like have a gameplay series on.
Oh yeah,
But like, but yeah, family get-togethers are pretty fun. Like you get to hang out with your brother, your sister, your cousins, your little cousins. Upstairs there's usually like that one part of the house that all the kids have to themselves that they're
that
like
is
playing video
always the
games.
best part. For that, we had like there's like the parents' room, which is like in the main like part of the house, and then there's like this one room with like this like electronic treadmill. There's a PlayStation 3 and 4. There's like a bunch of couches and stuff, like pillows. Like it is legendary. It is so fun.
It is. And for me, the place where my parents usually go is around like the kitchen dining area. They have usually cookout.
Mm-hmm. I've
There's always like
I've
what's
had
better, family reunions or just simple barbecue? Barbecue.
barbecues bring me so much happiness because we had like this trampoline. Usually the barbecues there's a trampoline, there's a pool, and then with those two you're just set for the entire night.
Thing is, I used to have a trampoline,
I used to have a trampoline too.
but it's gone now. It's worn out.
Yeah, we moved to an apartment, so we couldn't really keep it, but we're gonna move out of here soon. I don't know. I don't know exactly when, cause I don't know. Stock markets and housing markets just blow up like a balloon. So you never. It's 18. We've recorded for 18 minutes. Wasn't it just like 10? What happened? Anyways,
Great heavens!
time flies by when it's Sunday. Well,
But you said 18 or 80?
18. If it was 80 minutes already, it would have been an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We should start talking about like holidays and stuff. I say we talk about like the beginning of the year holidays, and like the only one that I can actually know of is like Valentine's Day.
Like New Year's.
Technically that is at the beginning of the year. Yeah, New Year's. I remember getting hung over without touching a drop of alcohol. Some reason, like
Yeah.
whatever happened, I'm sure that it felt like a hangover. Like I woke up, head throbbing, felt like I needed to throw up, but it was a good night. I was tired. Like, it sucked, but it was also great. I don't know how to explain it. It was bad fun. Bad
Thing
fun.
is, I've had experiences like that where I'd either like get so full or like I'd had too much juice or soda,
It's
and
always the
then
juice, soda, or like. Well, I'm pretty sure what it was for me was sparkling water. aka the
Really?
off-brand Sprite. I'm not sparkling
And then the
water.
adults,
Wow.
and then the adults share some beer. Adults share some beer or
It is
something.
never beer. It's whiskey. It's tequila. It will never be as basic as beer, unless it's like a
Yeah, it's just
specific
basic.
occasion.
It's just basic here.
Whether that's like Patron, it's Fireball, it's everything. Yeah. Next thing would be Valentine's Day. We don't get the candy anymore. Like
Honestly, Valentine's Day, that should not even be a holiday.
the only
Cause like,
notable thing about Valentine's Day that I noticed was the candies you get when in like elementary school. Like you got to like the heart candies, which are just like chalky and hard enough to be considered a candy, but they're good enough to still be considered like it. They're good. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's just like mini Halloween in
it's like
February.
flavored chalk. Kind of like these pretzels will meet you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. St. Patrick's Day.
Nobody. No. On to the next one.
No, I have my fair share of experiences. Every St. Patrick's Day, I'd go to my aunt's house and we'd do like we'd go to like the St. Patrick's Day parade, and she would always find something green for me to wear, which was like a blessing, because my siblings pinch and they pinch hard. So that if I didn't get like it could be a green hat, it could be like a green pin, like a green sock, anything. She would have it. That's great. Next, you think of a holiday now. I thought of, uh, yeah,
Uh, let's see. St. Patrick's Day. You got anything for April Fool's Day?
April Fool's Day. No, I don't really do any April Fools. The only like notable things that I remember is like, no, yeah, I got none.
Alright, then let's just skip over to the summer.
Summer, my birthday months. It's also where
No, summer is one of the better. Is one of the best.
it's one of my favorite seasons because you the entire thing's off. You don't have to do school. Like it gets off at like May, somewhere near like the end of May, and then you go back into
Yeah,
school like near like mid August.
but if you take school out of the equation, summer isn't that good as a season. Like I'd much more prefer spring or fall.
Spring? That's I agree with the fall one. Like I like fall. Fall's a nice time.
Yeah, fall is just
But
is nice. Is like a nice vibe season.
if I ever make a game, I will use fall as its like main. Like it just feels nice. Like colored leaves,
You know, colored
falling
leaves,
leaves, which could be really good as like a particle. Like it's just perfect in its own little way.
and but I do love summer because of how much you can do. Cause
Yeah,
like
you get to spend more time with family, which is
summer
like I honestly
a few
forgot that
summer
our podcast this episode was about family. We just started talking about random things.
yeah, I was about to come back to that.
Go ahead.
Me and my family, you know, every year there's something that happens for the summer. Nothing. Uh, we'd head over to Florida to visit more relatives. We'd go to the water park. Maybe Disney World. Yeah, cause
You went to Disney World?
I went to Disney World before.
That had to have been fun. Never been.
And
I've never.
honestly, pretty good. It's honestly pretty cool, but the main problem I have with Disney World is that it's very hot,
No,
and you're walking in the burning, and you're burning, and you're just like,
you know what we would go to?
where?
Oceans of Fun. The hot problem's gone because it's literally like a huge water park mixed with like water roller coasters and stuff. Basically, like really nice water slides that I could have sworn if I would have fallen. Like there was this one water slide where there's like the sides are uncovered and there's no roof. And I felt like I was going to fly off that thing. We were in like these rafts. I don't know how that thing got past. I was like, my heart was pounding.
The fact
You're
that that's legal.
That was horrifying.
Um, I feel like we should head over to fall because like I want to talk about specific stuff.
Well,
Like
right.
six almost every fall we'd head over to Six Flags. We didn't do it to this year or last year, but every year before that, we'd have to go to Six Flags at some point. And every time I'd always say, I want to ride the Goliath, but I never went.
I have no
You
idea
ever
what the Goliath. I don't. I've never been to Six Flags. Like
Oh
I've been
dang.
to Worlds of Fun, and that's about it. Yeah.
Alright. So Six Flags is, an amusement
I
park,
know what
right?
Six Flag. I know what Six Flags is. I just never
But yeah,
been.
Goliath is like the biggest roller coaster there.
Mm.
It like
I don't know what the
you've ever seen.
biggest one in Worlds of Fun is. I'm pretty sure it's the Mamba. But go ahead.
It goes the roller coaster goes up to about like a small skyscraper. Like the smallest skyscraper you could think. Right?
Well, the smallest
And
skyscraper is like 16 feet tall, so I debate that.
okay, how about a near small skyscraper?
Like, how many stories up? Like four,
Okay, when
five.
you think of the biggest roller coaster, what do you think it would look like?
I mean, big can mean many things. Wide, high. But I'm guessing you mean high because I haven't seen many wide roller coasters lately. So I'm talking about like clouds. That's what I think of biggest roller coaster. If we can
Um,
fly, we can get a roller coaster. I mean, yeah, a roller coaster
so
cart up
think of the
to.
distance between the okay, think of the distance between the ground and the clouds. The Goliath is about halfway, but in between them.
Mm.
That's how big it is. And I always said I wanted to go, and my mom and dad would always be like, "Come on, Debbie, let's go, let's go, let's go." But I never went because like it just looked too intimidating. And as much as my family like wanted me to do it, I just said nah.
My
However, there was this one time when I was little, my sister convinced me to go on.
what? Go on what?
Oh, sorry, my family's screaming in the back. Yeah, but what I was saying, like, uh, they would make. She convinced me to go on this like very spinny ride, right?
Hmm.
Like it holds you sideways, it spins you around, like it holds you in like this container, and that container spins while the ride spins like a pinwheel. And my sister and my older sister convinced me to go on there. I near I threw up. I lost the shoe,
You lost a
and
shoe?
okay, I didn't lose my shoe, but my shoe came on.
Oh.
And ever since then, it was hard to trust a roller coaster.
My first ever roller coaster that I've ever ridden was with my uncle, and it was the Patriot of Worlds of Fun. Safe to say that got me into roller coasters. So what it is like you start off, it's a pretty normal roller coaster. Yeah, and then
Uh,
it rotates you upside down, and you're like right above rocks. If you were like a good like 2 feet closer, you would have died to blunt force trauma. Not even two
dang,
feet, like 3 feet. Not even three. Like I'd say like 20. Like it's really close to the ground. It's just the right amount of traumatizing to make you get into roller coasters. And then
all right.
the other one that I really remember riding was the boomerang. And what it is that like you go on, you get on the ride, it like goes forward, and then it starts like pulling you forward and backwards, and it's just like yeah, it's horrifying, it's scary, but it's also fun. Not
Sounds
doing
like a blast.
it is, yeah.
And that and I feel like them rides wouldn't have been the same like if our family wasn't there.
If I was alone, just going to Worlds of Fun, it wouldn't be as fun. No, like I would at least want like a friend or something.
And in some ways, friends can mean family too.
Yeah, closest friends are basically family.
Exactly. So so now that we discussed like oh no, we still gotta talk about Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. The
Yeah,
big three.
and then we'll just like stop it. I feel like it's already been half an hour. Like we don't really have a quota. I'd say our quota is more than 30 minutes, and we're breaking that. So let's continue.
Alright. So anything for Halloween you got?
No, not really. I remember dressing as Luigi. No, it was not. It wasn't Luigi. It was Mario because I was a fan of Mario. Now I love Luigi and hate Mario. Like Luigi is my idol. He is a good green guy. He's
Good
Luigi.
green guy. Yeah, Mario's just
Luigi.
red.
I like Luigi. Luigi, nice.
La Iggy.
Luigi.
Okay, we
Uh,
when it comes to Halloween, we don't really my family doesn't really do Halloween because you know Hallows Eve has a lot to do with evil and stuff like that. And plus you have uh kids knocking on strangers' doors asking for candy. That's you're doomed from the start, honestly. You're just
what I used to do is that my dad wouldn't really let me go trick or treating, but he would just buy me like like a couple huge bags of candy, and and then he'd buy me like a new game too. So I was like, trick or treating, like painful walking versus sitting at my house playing the new game I get and eating the bags of candy. Um, Sign me up. Like
all right.
it was pretty good.
A jolly good sounds like
A
a jolly
jolly
good
good
show.
time. Good
Yep.
time.
Bye. Have a good time. Oh, wait, I should do that at the end of. I should do that at the end of the podcast. Remind me to do that.
Alright, I will definitely remind you to do that. Definitely. Alright, what else?
So there was this one time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we wanted to go trick or treating, and this was like the only time I think in my whole life that I've ever went trick or treating. My older sister told us that we could come with her to go out trick or treating, and we got a whole bunch of candy. It was nice having like the first time ever trick or treated, even though like we're not really supporters of that. So like it didn't feel right. However, it I still had a heck of a good time. I got a lot of good candy, had a lot of bad candy. I think the first one I ever got was an almond joy.
Oh, you don't like almond joys?
I mean, like
I
I
love
don't
almond
hate.
joys. They're one of my favorite candies. Define Well, we're on the topic of bad candies. Define what you would call bad candy. Like some of the bad candies that that I've heard people think are bad, like Peeps, candy corn, York peppermint patties. I love all of those. They're pretty good in my opinion. Now the peppermint patties, like I can eat like one or two and be like fine. Third one, it's just like I'm just eating chocolate covered peppermint.
Yeah,
It's when the realization hits me. I'm
the thing
eating.
is, my definition of a bad candy would have to be something that's tasteless and isn't chocolate.
So why'd you say almond joy as your first thing?
Because like the thing is, almond almond joy has that coconut shreds in them that I'm just not a fan of.
I
They get
like
stuck in your
anything that
teeth.
has the coconut, like any thing coconut related. I like it. like coconut cookies, anything. Now, what I would consider tasteless filth would be I've got nothing. Maybe like Dots. They're pretty good, but I still hate them. I hate Dots. They're off-brand, like they're off-brand Milk Duds.
All right.
Why Dots?
Now
Just
back
buy
to what I
like
was
any
saying.
other fruit candy. All right, go ahead.
But yeah, we had a heck of a good time. We shared, we split candy, and good thing I didn't have any I international spaceships in my candy.
No, yeah, I think I got 8. I think I had to eat like Sector Z. That was a pretty bad Halloween treat.
There was just
Somebody
one time where somebody caught a battle axe in their
somebody put a
Kit
Ford
Kat.
F-150 in mine. Like, that sucked.
Imagine him taking a bite into that, bro.
Like it
Just
was
a hunk of
like I
metal.
bit into it, and some angry guy said, "How dare you touch my truck? It's truck month." I said, "It's October.
No, the dog is one.
It's, it's not even spooky month because spooky month is in June, according to Sir Paley."
I know you did not. I know you did not just pass by that. Sorry, that was my dad.
Well, next major holiday, Thanksgiving. Uh,
Uh,
I already gave my
Thanksgiving
experience
is
with
such,
it.
Thanksgiving is such a good time for family to get together,
Yeah,
mainly because of just gobbling down on some food, having a good time, and on this very table, the table that I'm sitting my laptop on, we had a giant Thanksgiving dinner. It was filled with
Thanksgiving it's like the day where you get to eat food and talk to people, like lots of
that.
people.
That's basically it with Thanksgiving.
Or you can get unlucky and have to eat like a Thanksgiving pizza.
Thanksgiving pizza? That's a thing?
Yeah, it's when you don't want to prepare a Thanksgiving meal, so you just buy like turkey pizza or whatever it is. Pizza specifically
That's gotta
designed
be
for
illegal.
Thanksgiving. It should be, yeah. All right, here's a hot take: pineapple on pizza, not bad. It's not even
It really isn't.
like I don't see why everyone hates it. Like you're fine with tomatoes on it. You're fine with olives on them. Why not
The thing is, why don't
pineapples?
you just pick out the pineapples,
If you
honestly?
don't
That's
like
what I
them,
do.
just take them out and eat your ham pizza. 'Cause we all know that you like Hawaiian. You'd love it if it just wasn't
Oh,
it
yeah.
didn't have
Riley was
pineapples.
looking at that.
But yeah, next and final holiday, and then the final topic we cover on this episode: Christmas. Christmas is the day of pure joy, and the week leading up to Christmas is the week of pure agony because you can't wait. You want to go to the tree. You want to just ripping open every present with your name on it. You want to go to your room and just play with the things you got. Just talk to your
Yeah, but
friends.
Christmas Christmas is where family really gets together because that means it's the end of the year and people get to put their worries behind them. They try and build themselves up to be a new them, only for it to fail about a week later into the new year.
Like my New Year's resolution is to not eat chocolate. 2 minutes later, I failed. What?
When are you gonna do a face reveal?
Doesn't matter. We're doing a podcast. Go away.
All right.
Well, yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
last
like,
topic. Let's stretch this out to 40 minutes. We're at 39:15 right now.
all right.
One
So I
last
want to get
story.
to the topic of whoopings
Whooping.
because
We
I
already.
know,
This is like the first thing we did, Devsma.
yeah, I know. No, not right now. All right, but look, I know we had a discussion on this. However, I do want to talk. I do want to talk about the people who are like saying that whoopings are abuse. I
Whoopings
know that's
are
a.
not abuse. They just suck
It
to have to
really is.
deal with.
It's The thing is, whoopings are not abuse.
There's
It's
a
a form
difference
of
between
discipline.
getting beaten in getting disciplined. Now, I say beaten because I would rather just spit out the word beaten than be civilized and say, oh, I get disciplined on a daily basis. No, I just say beaten because it's short and sweet, gets to the point. Now, if I say that I've been abused, I'd be a liar. If I call the cops because my parent gave me a whooping and disciplined me for doing something bad, they would have helped my dad beat me. I mean, whoop me. Same thing.
Because, like, at the same time, that was on you. You got the main reason why you're getting that belt to your butt is because you did something bad. You messed up.
You decided to steal Miss Gryffindorf's handkerchief.
You can't say it's abuse since they didn't put their hands on you, too.
And even if they do put your hands on you, it's in the world of discipline. Now, if they start physically hitting you and bruising you, that falls under
Yeah, that's abuse.
abuse.
That's abuse. Like, if they're trying to intentionally get you a black eye
If they have
or
you
a
on
broken.
if they have you on the bed and they're just like strangling you like Homer Simpson, that's when you start calling Child Protective Services. But if they're just
Because
hitting you with a belt, that is in no world abuse. It hurts. It
it
sucks
hurt.
to deal
Yeah,
with, but it's not abuse.
it definitely isn't abuse. But I think it. And at the end of the day, your parents still love you at the end of the day.
Well,
Because like what happens after a whooping? You
they
sit
give
there.
they give you something really good to eat for dinner.
Exactly.
But
Like
you're still
the
gonna be
thing is,
grounded. Like the whooping and the ground, those aren't going away. Just because they feel
like,
remorseful for beating you, you're not getting ungrounded. You still did the bad thing. That was your fault.
but they still never wanted to. Oh, but they still never wanted to whoop you at the end of the day,
Yeah.
and that's that.
And
So,
that's all the time we have for episode 2. Thank you guys
all
for
right,
tuning in for the Quadridiots podcast.
bye.
Your
Have a good
time.
time.
We're not done. I was
Oh,
hoping you'd forget that too. Thank you
come
guys for
on.
tuning in. Yeah, we value your time. Remember, God loves you all. Now you can do it,
I love
Devsma.
you all. May the Lord bless you.
Now you can do it.
Bye. Have a good time.